First thing I'd like to say to our seniors is congratulations. The time has finally come. As I'm looking over the audience up here while we're singing, everybody's sitting back there kind of ho-hum, and these up here smiling ear to ear. It's a great day for our graduating seniors, and we're very proud of them. However, you are at the edge of the rest of your life. Things are going to change, and they're going to change drastically. People that love you are pulling for you, and they want you to be successful. But wow, all of a sudden it's graduation from high school, a life-changing experience. But what a great time. At some point in time, I wanted to speak to the parents for a moment. Some parents are losing their child, first one, out of the nest. Some are going to be empty nest after tonight. But you may notice your parents acting a little weird. Don't worry about it. They know you're going. You're going to college. You're going to leave home. You're going to be on your own, and there's a little anxiety on their part. So kind of forgive them and overlook them. They're dealing with this too. But congratulations on that. But part of being a graduate is being free to make decisions. And I even wrote in my notes, being forced to make decisions. There's a lot of decisions that you're going to have to make, and they're going to come fast and furious at you. And so we want to talk tonight a little bit about making good decisions. Every decision has consequences. Some consequences are good, some are bad, and to tell you the truth, some really doesn't matter. But when we make a decision, we should be aware of the possible consequences and be prepared to accept the responsibility for that decision. Our choice is to accept certain facts. Once we accept these facts, then we can get on with the job of living the kind of lives God wants us to live. So for our two graduating seniors up here, I want you to say to yourself 4 things. Number 1, I am responsible for my life. Can you say that to yourself? I am responsible for my life. But number 2, my decisions determine what kind of life I will live. My decisions determine what kind of life I'm going to live. My decisions determine where I'm going to spend eternity. And my decisions influence and affect other people. So you see, decisions are important. They're not just you, they're your family, your friends, and all those about you. So I want you to accept these facts, that you're responsible for your life. Remember 2 Peter chapter 1, he says, take your faith and add to your faith virtue, and to your virtue knowledge, and to your knowledge self-control. We've got to learn to control ourselves because we're responsible for our own life. And life is not a game where someone else can control the levers. Each of us should control our own life. Whether we like it or not, we are responsible for ourselves. So I've come up with a great decision-making process. I started to make y'all a copy of this, but y'all look pretty sharp. You might can remember it. But you need a process. Everything needs a process. Well, here's a great decision-making process. Number 1, think. 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 The number 2 part of this process is think. Think. And the number 3 part of this process is think. Put your brain in gear and think. And then you won't hear those questions like, what was you thinking? You won't hear that. Good decision making does not just happen. Making good decisions just don't happen automatically. It is a process. Most of the decisions are small and unimportant, and they usually, we don't think about them much, but some decisions, the important decisions, require a great amount of thought. These decisions require a conscious, deliberate, intellectual process. So what we're talking about? We're talking about when you come to a decision, define your needs. Now, what I think you need to do is set goals. Number one goal in your life ought to be to go to heaven. Number one goal in our life is to serve God with all our heart, all our mind, and all our soul. Then we're going to have to deal with furthering our education. We're going to have to deal with a lifetime, some kind of job. We're going to have to deal with finding a mate, a husband. We're going to fall in love. But what's our goals? Eventually to be not just an employee somewhere, but a great employee. Not just a wife, but a great wife. Not just a Christian, but a great Christian. So when we start making decisions, let's define what we need. And when we're making a decision, if that decision is going to keep us from reaching our goal, then don't do it. Make a decision not to go that way. So be sure you understand what your needs are and know what your goals are. We need to look at available options. Normally, there's more than one way to do anything, more than one way. So let's look at our options and think through these things. Look at our goals, think through these decisions. If I'm making the decisions, does this decision help me to make my goal? Is there any possible side effects? Are there any good side effects? Do I really have the information I need at this time to make this decision? Have I really thought this thing through? Listen to this one. Can I afford this decision financially? Parents, you listening? Can I afford this financially? But what's even more important is, can I afford this decision emotionally? Can I afford this decision? So what am I asking you to do? I'm asking you to think about the things that you have to make decisions on. Base your decisions on your convictions. Now, I happen to know both these girls pretty good. Been around them a lot. Decisions must be based on our convictions. Our convictions are our principles, our values, our morals. Anytime we go against our principles, we will regret the decision. Our principles, values, and morals are more important than gaining a temporary advantage in some area of life, or for a short period of time, just a good feeling. So when you're making decisions, do not violate your principles or your morals or your values. The bottom line is this: always decide to do the next right thing. What am I supposed to decide? You're fixing to go to college. First time on your own. A lot of decisions. Am I going to go to church? Am I going to date this guy? A lot of things coming along. Always do the next right thing. Remember, you can never go wrong by doing what's right. Congratulations. It's graduation time. What have I tried to tell you tonight? You are responsible for your life. Your decisions determine what kind of life you're going to live. Your decisions determine where you will spend eternity. And your decisions will influence and affect others around you. God bless you. I know you'll be successful. Be careful with your decision-making process. Think before you act. God bless you.
We would like to share with the congregation your accomplishments as you're completing your high school education. And the elders would like to give you a gift, so as I call your name, please make your way up to the stage, and Brother Rick will give you a gift, and I'm going to be reading your accomplishments, okay? Brianna Couch, Pinson Valley High School. Brianna received the Christian Leadership Award in 2011. She was baptized at camp in 2010. She's been on 4 youth campaigns, was a youth intern in 2015, received camp scholarship to Faulkner along with the Exposure Youth Camp and Dean scholarships. Went on several Lads to Leaders conventions and was the recipient of the 2016 Jerry A. Jenkins Leadership Award. In high school, she was at all AP classes, graduating with the Advanced Diploma of Distinction, and was a member of the Beta Club. Her future plans are to attend Faulkner University to major in elementary education. Brianna Couch. Ashley Tucker. Jefferson Christian Academy. She was Miss Maywood in 2015. She was the 2013 speech winner in Lads to Leaders, the 2011 speech winner in Lads to Leaders. In high school, she was a member of the National Honor Society, the class salutatorian. Did I say that right? Okay. JCA School Ambassador, the Student Government Association Treasurer. She was a girls' high school Bible study leader, 2015 Area 9-1A Softball Most Valuable Player, 2015 nomination Birmingham Metro Softball Performance. She was ranked second in her class. Her plans are to attend Faulkner University and major in counseling. Thank you. Travis Gunn. Travis wasn't able to be with us tonight because of his work schedule, but I want to share with you his accomplishments. Hewitt-Trussville High School. Travis has been a member of the Roebuck Parkway family since 2010. He has been a member of where he has been involved in many youth activities, including Lads to Leaders, VBS, youth and local campaigns, Maywood Christian Camp, SEC, Exposure, and various other service projects and activities. At Hewitt-Trussville, Travis participated in indoor track, outdoor track, and cross country. He earned a varsity letter in cross country his junior and senior years. Hewitt-Trussville, I don't know how many of you are aware of the program at Hewitt-Trussville, but they give you an opportunity to choose what career path you want to go. And Travis chose engineering. He's earned many awards in the following engineering competitions, so I'm going to share these with you. And I am totally unfamiliar with some of these things, so I looked them up, and I'm going to share with you what I found out about them, so it'll impress you even more. He competed in the UAB Cord Central Alabama Science and Engineering Fair. He received first place in Engineering and Transportation Division. He achieved the Outstanding Achievement Award with the RICO Sustainable Development. And I learned a lot by doing these things. So I looked this up. I wanted to know what it was myself. But RICO is a company that produces various electronics. And they honor high school seniors. And they recognize high school students whose technological and scientific innovations best reflect the principles of sustainability, balancing economic development with environmental responsibility. That's a mouthful, but it's quite an accomplishment to receive an Outstanding Achievement Award from this company. In Intel ISEF, he received top honors. This is the regional competition for the International Science and Engineering Fair. And by receiving top honors, it guaranteed him a place in the fair in Phoenix, Arizona. So I guess he'll be going to Phoenix. Okay, so he will be attending that. That was at the regional level. At the state level, he attained second place in the physical energy category. And he received a certificate of achievement from the United States Air Force. The international level, he had finished in third place in the physical energy category. A smart young man. He's got a great future ahead of him, just like all of our graduates do. Travis's plans are to attend the University of Alabama at Huntsville. And let's see. He's got scholarships to the University of Alabama at Huntsville, the Charger Scholar Award. And his plans are to attend the University of Alabama at Huntsville, pursuing a degree in mechanical engineering. I think it would be appropriate to give all of our graduates a hand. Thank you.